Hello students, in previous lecture we have seen a definition of equivalence class. So what is equivalence class? If for A belongs to Z, then equivalence class of A is equal to set up all those Y belongs to Z such that A equivalence to Y. This is the set of all equivalence classes. Now A equivalence Y. So this relation is equivalence relation. So when we say that the relation tilde is equivalence relation, when we say that tilde is equivalence relation, if tilde is reflexive, tilde is symmetric, and tilde is transitive. If all these three conditions satisfied, then we say that tilde is equivalence relation. So what is reflexive relation? In reflexive relation, there exists unique elements. So I will take x element from set x, then we show that x related to x. If this condition satisfied, then we say that relation R is reflexive R, or we say that tilde. Now next is symmetric relation. So what is symmetric relation? If x y belongs to set x, then if x related to y, then show that y related to x. If this condition satisfied, then relation R is symmetric or tilde is symmetric. Now third case, transitive. If I have two relations, so x related to y, y related to z, these two cases. So I have these two cases, then show that x must related to z. If these three conditions satisfy, then we say that tilde is equivalence relation. And next we have to find equivalence class. So what is equivalence class? For A belongs to Z, then equivalence class A is equal to set up all those Y belongs to Z such that A equivalence to Y. So tilde is equivalence relation. So here a relation can be defined in given example. So let's see theorem. This is very important theorem. Let tilde be an equivalence relation. Tilde be an equivalence relation on a set X. Then first, for every X belongs to set X, X belongs to equivalence class of X. So for every X belongs to set X, X belongs to equivalence class X. Second, for X, Y belongs to set X and X belongs to equivalence class Y, if and only equivalence class X is same as equivalence class of Y. And third case, for any X, Y belongs to set X, either this is capital set X, capital X, this is set X, then either equivalence class X is equal to equivalence class Y, or equivalence class X intersection Y, equivalence class Y is empty. That is any two equivalence classes are either identical or disjoint. Means we have to show that if x y belongs to x, third case, if two equivalence classes are same or either disjoint. So first we have to show that for x belongs to capital set X, then x belongs to equivalence class X. So proof of the theorem. So first we have to first prove x belongs to X set X, then X belongs to equivalence class X. So since what is tilde? Tilde is equivalence relation, and then if tilde is equivalence relation means tilde satisfy three conditions. First, reflexive relation, second, symmetric relation, and third one is transitive relation. So first we will see reflexive. So here A, since what is given, tilde is equivalence relation, So tilde is equivalence relation means it is reflexive. And so what is definition for reflexive relation? Reflexive relation, hence for what is reflexive relation? Hence for if x belongs to x, then x always related to x, or x equivalent to x. Now x here, x equivalent to x means what is the definition for equivalence class? X. So what is definition for equivalence class? X equivalence class x is equal to set up all those y belongs to set x such that x equivalent to y. But here I have single element, means we replace y by x in this set. So what will I get? So we replace y by x, so x belongs to x such that x equivalent to x, means here x bar is equal to set up all those elements x such that x belongs to capital X, means here x belongs to x. So what will we get here? X belongs to x bar, right? So x bar is equal to set up elements of the type small x belongs to x such that x equivalent to x, means what we get here? Therefore x belongs to equivalence class x. So first is proved, because here definition is for equivalence class x bar is equal to set up all those y belongs to x such that x equivalent to y. But for reflexive relation, what is reflexive relation? X equivalent to x, then we replace y by small x, then I get x bar is equal to set up all those x belongs to x such that x equivalent to x, means this x belongs to what? Set x bar. So x bar means equivalence class of x, so x belongs to x bar. So first is proved. Now second case, what we have to prove here? X y belongs to capital set X and x belongs to equivalence class of y if and only if x bar is equal to y bar. Here if and only if case. Now in if and only if case, we have to prove this theorem by two ways, means if I have this condition x belongs to y bar, then I have to prove x bar is equal to y bar. And second case, if I have x bar is equal to y bar, then prove that x belongs to y bar for all x y belongs to set x. So we will prove this by two ways. Now first if case, first suppose, means I have first case x belongs to y bar, then I have to prove x bar is equal to y bar. So first suppose we have to show what we have to show here? X bar is equal to y bar, means equivalence class x is equal to equivalence class of y. So x bar is equal to y bar. The set equality. So we have to show two sets are said to be equal. When we say that, suppose I have set A and set B are said to be equal. So we have seen equality of two sets. So when we say that these two sets are said to be equal, if A is subset of B and B is subset of A, then we see that these two sets are said to be equal. Means we have to show that here x bar is subset of y bar and y bar is subset of x bar, then we say that these two sets are equal. Means equivalence class x is same as equivalence class of y. Means if I take any element from set x bar, then which also belongs to y bar. In and another case, if I take element from set y which is also in x bar, then now let's see what happened. Now I will take element small z belongs to x bar. X bar is equivalence class x. Be any element. Then what is the definition for equivalence class? So here I have take, so z belongs to x bar. So what is the definition for x bar? X bar is set up all those z belongs to x such that x equivalent to z, right? So this is definition for equivalence class. So z belongs to x bar, be any element, then what we get here? X related x equivalent to z, or and tilde is equivalence relation. Tilde is equivalence relation means tilde must be what? Symmetric, right? Tilde symmetric means I will write z equivalence to x. So here z belongs to x bar be any element, then what we say that here z equivalence to x, but z equivalence to x, but why, what we have given here, we have given x belongs to y bar. So suppose here, first suppose what is given, x belongs to y bar. Here hereby what we get here, if I take z belongs to x bar be any element, so this is the equivalence class of all element z belongs to x such that x equivalence to z, and tilde is equivalence relation means what, I will write it as z equivalence to x. So tilde is symmetric, so I write this as z equivalence to x, but what we have given, x belongs to what, y bar. So z equivalence to x, x belongs to y bar means equivalence class of y, right? So I will write this as, which implies that x equivalent to y, because equivalence class y is equal to set up all those x belongs to x such that x equivalent to y. Here I get x equivalent to y. In first case I get z equivalent to x, and in second case I get x equivalent to y. Thus I get z equivalent to x and x equivalent to y, and tilde is reflexive relation, equivalence relation. Tilde is equivalence relation, which implies that tilde is also transitive, which implies tilde is transitive. Tilde transitive means what we say that what we say here z equivalent to x and x equivalent to y from this. So second element and here first elements are same, then we say that here z equivalent to y. Z equivalent to y means we say that z belongs to what, equivalence class of y, because equivalence class y is equal to set up all those z belongs to x such that z equivalent to y. This is the definition for equivalence class, means here z belongs to y bar. Here we have taken z belongs to what, x bar, and finally I get z belongs to what, y bar, means x bar is, therefore x bar is subset of y bar, right? Because z I have taken from set x bar and finally I get z belongs to y bar, means set x bar is subset of y bar. Now again we have to show that y bar is subset of x bar. Again, if I take, or again on other hand, suppose z belongs to y bar, then if z belongs to y bar, then what will I get, then I get z equivalent to y, because y bar is equal to set up all z belongs to x such that z equivalent to y. This is definition for equivalence class. Z belongs to y bar, then z equivalent to y, but what is given, x belongs to what, y bar, means x belongs to equivalence class y, implies that x equivalent to y. So that what we get here, z equivalent to y and x equivalent to y, I will say that y equivalent to x, because tilde is symmetric, so I will write y equivalent to x, which implies that from these two combined cases tilde is transitive. Tilde transitive means I will write z equivalent to x, and z equivalent to x means what, I get z belongs to what, equivalence class x. Z belongs to equivalence class x. So here I have taken z from y bar and finally I get z from x bar, means what we get here, which implies that y bar is subset of x bar. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So from equation 1 and 2, what will I get? So from equation 1 and 2, so from equation 1 and 2, I get x bar is equal to y bar. So from 1 and 2 we get x bar is equal to y bar. So this is first case. If I have x belongs to y bar, then I have proved x bar is equal to y bar. Now second, conversely, we have to prove if I have x bar is equal to y bar, then we have to prove x belongs to y bar. Now conversely, if I have x bar is equal to y bar, now hence, now we know x belongs to x bar and x bar must be same as y bar. So x bar is equal to y bar means what? X is equal to x bar and y bar same. So x belongs to x bar and x bar will be same as y bar. So x must be same belongs to y bar. Hence the proof. So for all x y belongs to set x. Hence second proof. Now third case. Third case we have to prove if I have two elements x, y belongs to set x, then either two equivalence classes either equal or disjoint. Let us prove. Let x, y belongs to set x be any two elements. Be any two elements. Be any two elements. Suppose if x bar is equal x bar intersection y bar is empty, that is if x bar and y bar are disjoint sets, there is nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove, because if both are disjoint, then we say here we get x bar intersection y bar is equal to 5. So suppose x bar intersection y bar is not disjoint, means there exists an inner element, then we have suppose z belongs to x bar intersection y bar, which implies z belongs to x bar intersection y bar means what? Either z belongs to x bar z belongs to x bar, and here intersection means what? Common element between these two, means z belongs to x bar and z belongs to y bar. So which implies that z belongs to x bar. So here we have proved previous theorem. If z belongs to x bar, then z bar is same as x bar and z bar is same as y bar. From previous part we have seen if z belongs to x bar, then we have seen if x belongs to y bar, then x bar is same as y bar. Here I take z belongs to x bar means z bar is equal to x bar, and z belongs to y bar means z bar is equal to y bar. So here after substituting the value of z bar in both equations, so what is the value of z bar? Z bar is equal to y bar in these two equations. So we get, that implies here what is value of z bar? Z bar is nothing but y bar. So x bar is equal to y bar from these two equations, that is x bar and y bar are identical. Means if this is not empty, means both are equal, or both means this, what we have to say here, if xy belongs to set x, then either they identical or disjoint. So both are identical if they are not disjoint. If they are not disjoint, this completes the proof of the theorem. Hence proof. Next, see definition of partition of sets. partition of a set. So definition: a partition P of a set is a set of non-empty subsets P of X such that first condition union, this is union of Pi, which is whole set X for all Pi is subset of set P, that is union of all members of P is equal to X. And second case, Pi intersection Pj is phi, that is intersection of two sets must be empty for each I not equal to j. So from Venn diagram we say that suppose this is the Venn diagram and this is set, suppose this is P1, this is P2, this is P3, suppose this is P4, this is P5, this is P6, this is P7 and P8. So this shows that diagram is which is a set of with partition P having how many subsets? So there are P1, P2, P3 up to so on P8, having 8 subsets of X. So here when we say that the set has a partition, means it satisfies union of Pi. So if I take union of all the sets, then I get whole set where Pi is subset of P, and every intersection of every two sets. So I take intersection of P1 with P2. So there is no common element. So intersection must be phi. So I will take P2 with respect to P3. So their intersection of these two sets must be phi. So here P4 and P5. So their intersection must be phi. So for each I not equal to j, Pi intersection Pj must be phi. If these two conditions satisfy, then we say that the set P forms a partition. Now, for example, if in your FY BSc class, so set of all girls and set of all boys in your class forms a partition, because boys and intersection there is no common students. So in your class boys and girls forms partition. So for second example, suppose I take set of integer, suppose in let z be set of all integers, then p is equal to set u v, suppose where u is -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, means set of all even integers, and v is -3, -1, 1, 3 and so on, which is set of all integers, which is even integers. This is set of all even integers. This is set of all odd integers. then u and v, there is no common element, therefore u intersection v is empty set. So then clearly p forms partition of set x. Now next we will see theorem. So next example, let I have set x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let p1 1, 3, p2 2, 4, p3 singleton 5, then collection p, then the collection p is, so p is, what are the different sets? P is p1, p2, p3. So because here p1 has element 1 3, p2 1 2 4, p3 singleton 5, then their intersection p1 with respect to p2 is empty, p3 intersection, so p2 intersection p3 is empty set. So our two properties satisfied here, p is equal to all p1 p2 p3 and their intersection with respect to other set is empty, therefore p is equal to p1 p2 p3 is a partition of the set x, is partition of the set x. Now in next lecture we will see equivalence classes theorem and functions. So thank you.